Howdy, y'all. Today is August 3rd. Yesterday was perfect in every way, weather-wise, and just, it was a great, relaxing day with family. So, farmer's market was amazing. I love the Saturday morning farmer's market. Thank you to everybody who comes out. After the farmer's market, came out here and just relaxed the rest of the day. Some family came out and we had a little bonfire, played with animals, played some cornhole. It was just beautiful all around. So anyways, today I'm gonna do a little grass cutting up front. I don't really know where to start. I've got, a million things I can work on, so we'll find something. All right, first place I'm gonna start is moving the pigs out of here. All the grass just randomly died up here whenever we planted it, so I'm gonna take the tiller in here, flatten it out where that old shed was. This has always kind of been a low point that doesn't grow good, so I'm gonna smooth that all out, get the pigs moved, and then we will replant all this. All right, piggies, come on. Come on. Come on over. No. Got some nice grass. And of course the pigs are way more interested in the tiller than the grass. Running around playing. But I better rope them off. Actually, I better turn that fence on, make it a little easier. This is the part I usually forget to do. And then I'm in trouble. Fence is okay, it's flashing. So now I can actually rope them off and they'll stay off. They're already over the tiller. They're in their little swimming pool. That pile disappeared pretty easily. It was a little wet, but manageable. Grabbed a pitchfork, kind of spread it out, kept running the tiller over it. It came down pretty good. Gonna hit it a couple more times, been letting it dry out. The pigs found their grass back there, so they're happy. But they also want to play in all the new freshly tilled dirt. Next, I perused the garden for bugs. Good thing is I only found a couple clusters of squash bug eggs, one on a pumpkin plant and then another one on the loofah, which is the first time I've seen eggs on the loofah. Also found one stink bug, one squash bug, and then one dead squash bug. So not bad. I think the worst of them are over. So this is the swarm that I just recently added that second box on because I didn't even know if they were alive, but lo and behold, there were still bees out here, so that was exciting. But when I did open them up, there were some small hive beetles in there. So I have these little plastic traps. I put a little oil in them. The bees are really good at corralling them, so they just run them in those holes. Beetles get trapped in the oil, but also the bees can't get down to that oil, so it works perfect. I'll check them, a week or two and see how many we caught in there. Howdy out. Today is August 4th, moving the pigs, working on that front section one more time. I'm gonna do one more quick till on it and then get that planted. It's a chance for pop-ups today, so it'd be nice, but I roped off their old one. I'm gonna weed in there, get everything nice and even again. But the pigs now have a new section. Well, I've got the outline of the driveway once again figured out. I've got the border. It's just going straight across and into the barn there. All the way to the wood line. You can see I spray painted a line there. Is going to be driveway. So I was parking my car just to get an idea of if it's easy to back out, because I was thinking about leaving a green strip here, but I think I'm just gonna run the gravel all the way up to the barn, all the way to where that painted line is, and fill it in, because eventually I am going to put a front porch on the barn. So I was trying to figure out how that's gonna look. So the porch is gonna be about 10 foot out, and that's probably gonna be the front there. There's still gonna be a walkway. There's gonna be a green strip here where I can put flowers or whatever I wanna do. So the question was, do I wanna walk off the porch and have a little green space there? I thought about leaving some of this open. I don't really know. I also thought about what if I wanna go ahead and wrap the porch around, make a deck there for the grill or something. I don't know. So that's kind of up in the air. But at this point, I'm going to just gravel all the way up to it unless inspiration strikes. I did talk to my neighbor across the street, and he said he would come in and he could till it for me and scrape off a layer. So that would help. And then after that, I can get the gravel in here. I'd really like to get this done sooner than later. So I kind of left the ball in my neighbor's court whenever he had free time to get it done. I'd just like to get it done, you know, now through mid to end September. Also, I did get another row mulched in the gardens. Let me show you the top view. So there it is. It's this row that I finished mulching today, which is a great feeling. I have 2 more to mulch, which is right here's a walking path, and right there's a walking path, but I am out of mulch. The walking paths got a little wider than I had anticipated, but honestly, I really like the width. It doesn't feel too crowded. I really would like to see if I can get some weed cloth down where I just didn't have time before the watermelon and grass grew. It looks kind of wild there. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I'd like to try. So anyways, the second half of the garden's coming up good here. We got the cucumber, cantaloupe, sweet melon, all the seed stuff here, more pumpkin, and more watermelon. So we'll see how the timing of that goes, if I'm able to get anything off of it. If not, it at least looks pretty. So all good in the garden. My mom was here, she's coming back, but she just laid down another row there, a walking path, so she's gonna start getting some mulch down there. I think she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's working on the 5th row there for walking. So coming along, there's still some unused bit of garden there, but it's gonna get used for fall stuff, whatever she has planned. But my half is done for the year, which is a great feeling, minus if I can get that weed cloth down in this row. Howdy y'all, today is August 8th, getting ready for the farmer's market tomorrow. Pretty much done picking everything at this point. I'm looking at the watermelon, got some really nice size ones. The cantaloupe are starting to turn, which is exciting. The plants are hanging in there just long enough that I think we'll get a few. It'll be very limited. But the watermelon, got some really nice size ones coming in here. So you know, I was poo-pooing them pretty hard at the beginning of the season because they just weren't doing anything, but might be the star of the vines. I think the cucumbers haven't beat, but I mean, there's some really good sized ones just hanging out in here, a little bit of everywhere. So I'm excited. It looks like we will get some watermelon, just a few cantaloupe. The second crop of everything's coming up nice. If we have enough time to get something off of them, great. If not, oh well, we'll plant a little earlier next year. I know the cucumbers will be fine, but as far as the cantaloupe, might be pushing it there. I do have some radishes starting to come up from when I planted a few days ago. I don't really see anything else just yet. So yeah, I haven't even started washing eggs yet, so I should probably do that. However, we did run into a little problem today. So this little story actually began starting last week without me really putting all the pieces together. So I don't even know where to start, but I'll tell you, I started out with 32 little chicks for meat birds. I'm down to 21. So Last week I almost took a video of it because I thought it was kind of significant, but it's like, yeah, I got enough video. Last week's video is already 45 minutes. Figured it was long enough. So didn't take a video of it, but in the second coop with the large birds, I noticed something had burrowed up into the coop, but I have screen all around it, so nothing actually dug into the coop. It's just from underground and kind of came up. I assumed it was a mole, but there was a lot of dirt kicked up in there. No chickens were harmed, anything like that. A couple days later, just made a mental note. It didn't seem like I had as many chicks running around as I did before, but I was busy, didn't count them, assumed most of them were just kind of hiding behind the straw bale I have in there. Well, today, when I went to do chores, I walked in and laying on the side of the coop, there was a dead meat bird. I mean, they're a week old and 2 days, week and 2 days. So it's a little odd. Usually when they die, it's when the first couple days, and they're usually pretty good to go. So I started with 32. 2 died right off the bat when I first got them. And found the one dead one there. Tossed it, went back in, because how it died, it didn't just die. Something had gotten it. Like its tiny little feet were just like nipped off, but still attached. A lot of just little bite marks. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was really odd. So I figured I'd go ahead and count the birds because it might have, starting to click here. Went back in and I'll show you something else. Hey chickies. Okay, so when I came in, there was a dead meat bird right here, kind of laying along the edge. So that's when I came in. Figured I better count the rest because it seemed like I had fewer birds. So I counted them, came up to 21. But as I looked around a little more, I had another dead meat bird, and the little thing was wedged under here, so it took a second to kind of get him pulled out there. And he was also chewed up in a very odd way, similar to the other one I had found. So things were slowly starting to click that I have a rodent problem. So it could either be mice or rats. Rats, the little bite marks just didn't seem like a rat. Mice will actually eat baby chicks, which is kind of crazy, but it happens. So I've got plenty of little babies running around, and they've just been slowly picking them off. I know I have a mouse problem in here because I kept plants out here this spring and they kept just coming and clipping them off. I set mouse traps. I was catching them every day. So yeah, mice. These guys cannot stay in here any longer, so I'm gonna have to move them out. I'm gonna put them in the tubs and keep them there until they're a little bigger, maybe another week old. I hate to do that, but better than dying. So the mystery chick, I had hoped we'd have better luck with, but that was one of the 9 that disappeared. So yeah, we only have 21 birds now. And I'm not ruling out a rat problem. I've just never seen a rat out here, and just how the chick was kind of nibbled on just doesn't seem like a rat. It's just little tiny nicks, and I don't know, it was weird. I'd never seen it before. So mice will eat them, and I know I got a lot, so we're just gonna stop that right there, and I'll put them in the black tubs tonight. Mice are more active at night, so I do want to get these chicks before it gets too dark and start looking around for something to eat. Sorry, I got hiccups, but I'm just gonna throw them in this tub here. They're gonna be a lot of fun to try and catch. So getting faster every day. Caught the first batch. That wasn't too bad. There's 11 in there and 10 more to go.